The records chair would like to apologize to Senator Cayetano, who has been waiting for quite some time. Thank you for your patience and indulgence. Senator Cayetano is recognized. What is your pleasure,
Presiding Senator Judge. Since we already stated as a court that we will take literally Section 3, subparagraph 6 of Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution, that no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of all members of the Senate, may I ask the members of this court, through the presiding justice, to consider, not today, I have a proposal, but not today, but to consider communication with the Sandigan Bayan for the attendance of Senator Dante Marcoleta and Senator Jinggoy Estrada, considering that the presiding officer may correct me if I'm wrong, but if we get to Section 21, as discussed a while ago by the defense, the prosecution and defense, and we do not know what will happen. Their case may be dismissed, they can be out on bail, so we want them to be able to participate and observe the witnesses as senator judges here. I do know that Senator Jinggoy is under suspension, but there's an argument to be made that the impeachment court is sui generis. In ordinary committee hearings, we do coordinate with courts to ask that persons under their custody be delivered to the Senate under, or the House of Representatives, under certain conditions. So I'd like to formally ask, Mr. President, that this court consider that. I will submit whether you'd rather have a caucus or a in-camera discussion, or if you want us all to submit our legal opinion. I wouldn't also mind the prosecution and defense weighing in, but considering that if they do not attend and they are here, sorry, Mr. President, considering that if they do not attend at all and cannot vote, their vote will be equal to a acquittal. And as we said from the start, we want a fair and we want justice, we want a fair impeachment trial. Sinabi ng prosecution na sana tignan yung ebidensya, pakinggan mga witnesses. So kahit gawin to ni Senator Marcoleta at kahit gawin to ni Senator Jinggoy, and of course this is my personal opinion that may politika sa pagpapakulong sa kanila. That's my personal view. Allowing them to attend here might add to the integrity of the proceeding and actually make things easier when the time comes to render a verdict. So may I submit that to the court and to our colleagues for discussion at the proper time, Mr. President.
The chair notes the comments and requests of Senator Judge Cayetano and will consult the senator judges regarding this matter and shall coordinate with his office with respect to his requests pertaining to Senators Jinggoy Estrada and Senator Marcoleta, including whether or not we will enlist the comment on and position of the parties to this case. So ordered. Senator Tulfo, what is the pleasure of Senator Judge Tulfo? Rafi?
Mr. Presiding Officer, as far as I'm concerned, I would allow siguro mag-monitor yung mga si Senator Jinggoy, Senator Marcoleta. They will be allowed na kahit man lang yung sa TV monitor. Para sa akin, I do agree with what Senator Alan Peter Cayetano was suggesting. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
The point of Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo is well taken by the chair. Any others? If there are none, Presiding Officer would now like to deal with an administrative matter before we adjourn for this afternoon. On the matter of providing public access to case records, yes, Senator Judge Marcos, what is your pleasure, ma'am?
Yes, Presiding Officer, may I request an update? as I recall, during the pretrial conference, there was disagreement on how to go about the markings on the various documents, and among the thousands of pages that we have received in evidence for the trial, it apparently was resolved that the counsels would place their initials on the evidence. Is that correct? Is that still what stands today? And each party would take their respective evidence or files and present the same during the trial to guarantee that the same evidence would be presented. Is that correct?
That is correct, with the exception of some, I think, documents that where the original was not presented, which is being corrected, I think, by the parties as we speak.
Are we in fact in receipt as judges of all these thousands of pages? Dahil ako, simple lang hinahanap ko yung affidavit of investigation, yung dalawang NBI na unang testigo na sana haharap ngayon, nakita ko sa libu-libong pahina na sinubmit, mali-mali ang pagka-annex ng AOI, hindi ko talaga mahanap. Tapos, ang sabi doon, Annex G. Pero nung kinalkal ko yung Annex G, hindi naman affidavit yun, kundi disbursement voucher or something like that. Kaya, hindi ko alam kung nag-provide ba talaga ang clerk ng Senate ng records as marked during pre-trial at kung pinal na talaga ito at pag-aaralan natin.
At this point in time, Your Honor, documentary evidence as of yet has not been formally offered and therefore has not been turned over to the court. Neither is it as of yet been identified by a witness to authenticate the same and to be allowed admission into the records of this court. That time will come once the prosecution presents their witness and identifies the piece of evidence. That will be the proper time, perhaps, that the good Senator Judge can ask for a copy because the lady might want to ask questions of the witness should that time come for the witness to testify as to the document marked previously erroneously or rightfully by either party.
Yes, precisely. Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. We wish to prepare for the three first witnesses, and we're unable to access any of their affidavits or other documents. Thank you.
Duly noted and entered the records. What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Padilla?
Ginoong tagapamahalang hukom, gusto ko lamang pong sundan yung sinabi ni Senator Judge Alan Peter Cayetano at magpasalamat po kay Senator Judge Raffy Tulfo. Gusto ko lamang pong linawin na ang hinihingi po namin kung hindi man makapag-participate dahil sinasabi nga po ay ipinagbabawal silang makapag-participate at bumoto si Senator Jinggoy Estrada at Senator Judge Marcoleta. Ang hinihingi po namin ay makapunta po sila dito bilang observer. Hindi lang po basta monitor. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat.
Noted, at the proper time we shall discuss this matter and settle it as a court or in caucus. There being no other Senator Judge who wishes to make a manifestation, comment, and or motion, Chair would now like to dispose of an administrative matter. Consistent with Article 2, Section 28 of the Constitution on the policy of public disclosure in matters involving public interest and to give life to the directive under the rules to open the impeachment proceedings to the public.
This note, firstly, we'd like to second and congratulate this move of the impeachment court to make all of the evidence available to the public. May we know in how many days will the clerk of court make this evidence available to the public, Mr. President?
They've started, but they have not completed it yet. As Senator Judge Marco said, the documents are voluminous. I think it covers until 9Q, if I'm not mistaken, initially, when it was marked. About more than 10,000 documents.
Mr. President, of course, in the same way, if this is made available to the public 6 months from now or 1 year from now, that defeats the purpose of having this made public.
No, that will not happen.
Yes, may we get a commitment from the clerk of court as to the delay by which presented evidence is made public, Mr. President?
No. Let me clarify, Your Honor. I believe the articles of impeachment as well as its annexes have been uploaded. The answer as well as its annexes have been uploaded. And most of the exhibits that were marked, not all, are annexes of either the impeachment complaint and or the answer. Can the chair give you an update before the week is over as to a realistic timetable to upload in real time already? Again, except for the journal, which we need to approve. So we cannot upload the Wednesday transcript or journal until we meet again on Monday and approve the journal of Wednesday. So that would be the only delay, if at all, in uploading it. That should be the only delay.
So if I take it correctly, Mr. President, the clerk of court will endeavor to upload all of the presented evidence in real time at the soonest possible time, except for the journal, which needs approval of the body.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Judge Cayetano Alan.
Presiding Senator Judge, just a clarification. No? So no problem with complete transparency with any public records. But when we talk about evidence, precisely that's why we want a fair trial, due process. There's a process wherein the prosecution shall present evidence, then they will offer it. And then if there's a question as to the relevance or if it is prohibited, for example, if a evidence presented is a fruit of the poisonous tree, will we upload that? We haven't decided yet here whether we will accept it as evidence or not. So let me tell you first which ones personally I don't have a problem with. Don't have a problem with the public records in general being completely transparent. I have no problem with senator judges given time to review everything, and I assume we're all trained to consider only the evidence that is later on admitted, offered and admitted. So my problem is that, for example, no, if someone offers now, between now and the trial, wiretapped recordings, do we upload that when we have not made a ruling yet on that? So I just want to be clarified on that.
The chair will clarify. As the chair said earlier, only the pleadings, motions, and memoranda filed by the parties, and insofar as the exhibits marked are concerned, only those attached as annexes to either the articles of impeachment and or the answer to the impeachment complaint. Insofar as documentary evidence is concerned, it will only be admitted, and if at all admitted by the court and published, once formal offer has been made. Until such time, we will not publish any documentary evidence even after being identified by a witness, because it is the formal offer that will determine its admission by the court after the
Same
party
thing,
rests.
just to clarify, same with if we do issue a subpoena, duces tecum.
The subject matter of the subpoena will not be published, but the motion for the issuance of a subpoena
Thank you.
will.
Thank you for that clarification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo is recognized. What is your pleasure, sir?
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Just want to be clarified. I need a clarification, Mr. Presiding Officer, with regards to this Anti-Money Laundering Council documents or pieces of evidence that will be submitted here. Will it be okay if we tackle this in public, or shall we tackle evidence from the block during an executive session? I believe this is under the bank secrecy law, or we can tackle it because this is an impeachment court, Mr. Presiding Officer.
What we will debate upon, if at all, on the scheduled date to be set by the chair is a debate on whether or not to issue the subpoena duces tecum ad testificandum in relation to AMLC records, not the actual records yet. Once it is granted by the court and is issued, it will have to be presented by the parties. We cannot tackle and discuss it in executive session because anything and everything discussed in executive session cannot be revealed into the public and used by this court. Secondly, it can only be, if at all, revealed by a unanimous vote or consent by all the senator judges, which effectively hog ties that piece of evidence if we discuss and talk about it only in executive session. Whether or not it is to be made public, whether or not it can be legally obtained, will be decided by this court after hearing the oral arguments of the parties.
Thank you for that clarification, Mr. Presiding Officer.
What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Villanueva?
Yes, Mr. President. Considering that we have been tackling and asking of pieces of evidence, I think there's a lot of questions with regard to the mahiwagang BIR box, Mr. President. Yung clarification lang po, where is it now and when are we going to transfer it to the Bureau of Internal Revenue?
It is with the Clerk of Court in the Office of the Secretary General as instructed by the Chair. It should be sent back to the BIR by tomorrow morning in the condition that it was received, meaning sealed.
The same. Thank you, Sir President.
Any other manifestations or motions on the part of the Senator Judges? Senator Judge Ontiveros is recognized. What is your pleasure, ma'am?
Salamat po, Mr. Presiding Officer. Just to make a brief statement in support of the ruling recently proclaimed by the Presiding Officer on executive sessions. Thank you, if I may,
Noted.
Mr. Presiding Officer. And just to add a little bit of that,
Lady,
Mr. Presiding Officer, thank you. The executive session is only for Congress acting in its usual legislative functions, and impeachment trials do not contemplate executive session. So I join with the Presiding Officer in the call that he made, which I believe is the default also of this impeachment trial court for transparency as a general rule and as a default. Salamat po, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Senator Judge Ontiveros. Before the court adjourns, Chair directs the Clerk of Court to kindly make sure that the subpoena for the two NBI agents will be issued this afternoon and duly received, and entrusts it to the Council for Prosecutors to make sure of the attendance of their two witnesses tomorrow. Likewise, the Chair reminds the Clerk of Court to furnish, right after we adjourn, Council for Respondents with a copy of the requests for the issuance of subpoena thus far submitted and filed with the Office of the Clerk of Court. So ordered. There being no other business to discuss, the trial is hereby adjourned until 2 p.m. of Tuesday, tomorrow, July 7, 2026.